Hi folks, Joblot Comics here. Here's a really kind of weird time in Daredevil. This is issue number 318. You can see here, this is it folks, the last issue of Daredevil before Daredevil 319. So it's quite strange, isn't it? It's got a comedy cover. Those idiots, they ruined my cover. Where are all the gritty writers when you really need them? Yeah, so I'm having a wee pop. There's Taskmaster and Stiltman. Of course, Stiltman's always going to be on a comedy cover, and they've got the editors breaking the fourth wall here. Editorial disclaimer, don't worry, we know it looks stupid, but we wanted to have some fun before we ruined DD's life again. So you kind of get the feeling where this is going. So Daredevil in a bit of a slump at this point. You know, we'd come off the Frank Miller run, and then we'd had some fill-in issues, and Denny O'Neil took over, and then Frank came back for a bit, and we did Born Again, and then so there was sort of highs and lows within Daredevil's the classic run, and you could sort of tell that maybe they were thinking things were stagnating a wee bit, so they thought, right, we're going to have to shake this up, and it is the 90s after all. Is it the 90s? Yeah, I think it is the 90s. So we're getting this kind of weird, it's almost like a parody issue, you're getting all this kind of stuff going on. Yeah, it's just like really, really, really silly. There's Daredevil there with a kind of, he's kind of doing a Daredevil things throughout this. It's a really, really silly issue. I'm just flicking through it because I want to get to the next issue. Daredevil took you long enough. I was afraid you'd get in last. It's one of these weird issues that nobody talks about. Nobody ever mentions it. I don't know. Maybe it was just like maybe people hated it and they didn't like it at all. And then we get this kind of familiar scene going on here, and the countdown to Honeyhead's 30th anniversary begins next issue with Fall from Grace, and life in the big city just took a turn for the worse, right? Look at this here, This is the latest page, right? Daredevils, in all my years as an Daredevil fan, I've seen this book go through its ups and downs, and right now it's up. So if the rumours of big changes are true, why mess with something that's already great? And that's from Tom Reed in Chicago. And they withheld his address so you can write him. We've just got 7 issues until the Giant Size 30th Anniversary Spectacular, taking place in issue 325. 7 issues to erode everything. Matt Murdock holds so dear. 7 issues to take Daredevil down to the very core of his being. 7 issues to bring in the greatest villains, heroes and lovers of all time. Be here next month for the start of 7 issues of Fall from Grace. We guarantee it will be the biggest change to ever hit this title. Now, isn't that odd? So, I bet you're thinking, hey, Joblot Comics, if you've got a Joblot of comics shows, the next one, here it is here. This is the prologue to Fall from Grace. It's got that, look at this cover. I mean, isn't that just, I think it's brilliant. I like the little red Daredevil guy falling off the building. It's kind of negative space. So what's going on here? Well, like I said, it was the creative team decided to take Daredevil down a different path. And for me, I didn't like it. D.G. Chichester and Scott McDaniel. Scott McDaniel I always thought was a kind of Timu Frank Miller, but this is sort of his earlier work. Later on he would go on, I think, did he do a Huntress miniseries for DC? And I think it was so much ripping off Frank Miller's artwork that Frank complained. But hey, look who it is. Appearing in person is Rob Liefeld and Jim Shooter. The grand opening, Mile High Comics. So I haven't read this in so long, but I think that I remember picking this up and was thinking to myself, I'm not sure I'm into this. And you can kind of see what they're doing. We're going with the greatest hits here in this little prologue, And look, that's the guy from Electra Assassin, remember that? Remember that Bill Sienkiewicz series? Frank wrote it. Of course you do. Who's this, babe? Silver Sable. So yeah, it's an interesting turn of events, and I think it would eventually lead to Daredevil getting armour. Does that sound familiar to any of yous? They gave Daredevil sort of 90s armour. Yeah, maybe there's a reason you don't remember it. Anyway, it's a great colour, hasn't it? Yeah, I don't think this is an epic, as epic as they've sort of thought it was going to be. But, you know, you've got to look at that cover and think, well, it's a bit of genius. Okay, you lot. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed looking at that. Do any of you remember this run of Daredevil? Do any of you have any fun memories of it? Or like me, were you kind of thinking, this ain't working? Yeah, but I could look at this cover all day. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks to everybody that already has. Thanks to everybody that's commented and left likes. I don't get many likes. Probably because nobody likes my goddamn channel. But if you get a minute, just hit the button. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Fall from grace.